going to eat me. Oh my
Hello, and welcome to Why Is That Movie, where we see the biggest stinker movies of all time, and we get to review them for you. I'm Logan DuPont, and today I am joined by my co-host, Connor Anderson.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Such short notice, too.
Yeah, exactly. How are you doing today, Connor? How was your week?
My week was good. I saw a certain someone that's sitting right across from me right now.
I feel
3
like
days in a row.
half the week I spent was with you, just watching these movies.
We had a good time, though, right?
Oh, yeah, it was a great time. Just a little spiel here real quick before we get into things. Spider-Man Brand New Day's coming out. That looks really cool.
Chef's
That
kiss.
trailer came out yesterday. We were geeking about it in the car. It looks like a really good movie. Looks really good.
A lot of mysterious aspects to it. I have no idea what's going to happen.
No idea. But we are not here to talk about the good movies. We are here to talk about the world's lowest rated films.
So you don't have to see them.
So you don't have to see them. And so we're going to do that for you first. So we have a good lineup here for you today. So we saw two films. The first one we saw was Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey, which was certainly something, but we'll get to that in a minute. Then we went to the theaters on Tuesday to see Scream 7, which we didn't know how that was going, like how it was. So we were like, we heard bad things about it. Let's go and see it. So it was on a Tuesday. It was cheap, and I'm a big Scream fan, you know.
And you just have to respect the franchise in that aspect.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to see all of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then we saw the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie, which we'll have a guest on later to speak about that he submitted. So yeah, let's talk a little about Winnie the Pooh, Connor. You have any
Please
thoughts
no.
you want to say?
Blood and Honey. That was one of the worst movies that I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen The Trap.
Ooh, The Trap. That's a stinker right there.
It's so bad.
Yeah, so pretty much how this movie went was there was like Christopher Robin went he left the what was it, like the creatures when he was young. I don't know much about Winnie the Pooh. I just saw this movie. He left the creatures and then the creatures became hungry and then they became killers.
Well, yeah, they reverted back to their animal instincts because they didn't have that type of friends.
They didn't kill like animals, that's for sure. But yeah, so the whole plot was like they hated humans ever since Chris Robin, and then he comes back with his wife, and the wife dies. You have any like good things to say about this movie?
Surprisingly, the cinematography and the shots and everything, like aerial and just the wilderness. What was it called? The location?
100 Acre Woods or 100 Acre Forest or something about
Some
that?
I do not care to remember.
I don't care either.
For I can't imagine what the budget was. I'm thinking probably low, but
I have it right here for
Oh,
you.
boy.
So I can get to that in just a second, but
Sure.
you can continue.
But yeah, surprisingly, yeah, great shots. Even though it was dark at times, and the first 10 minutes of the movie, I had to turn the brightness up on my screen. We couldn't see anything.
It was very dark. It was very
Too
dark. My positives, that's it for me about the positives. I disliked this movie a lot. I started sleeping towards the final act.
Not even
I will
one?
say it was cool to see with the budget. I liked the budget was $50,000 and it actually grossed over $7.7 million worldwide.
Why
which
did
is
people
crazy.
see it?
Well,
Why?
because it's Winnie the Pooh, since it
Okay,
coming to
sure.
the public domain, people
Yeah,
are gonna go
beloved
see
by
it,
many. Yeah.
especially horror. And so I have also have a couple reviews here I kind of want to go through.
Go. Say them.
These I think Rotten Tomatoes gave me the different it gave me just a variety of them, so there were good ones and bad ones.
Sure.
So Elizabeth said this was a terrible experience. Do not recommend this film to anyone except for those who need to analyze it, which is us.
She's
that was
right.
1 star. Jordan said this is one of the best horror films I've seen in a decade. 5 stars.
He's wrong.
Don't know what he's watching. Certainly not anything good. Lexi said this movie sucked. They should have paid me to watch it.
There we
Half
go.
a star.
Now we're back on it.
Now we're back. Emily, definitely a horror movie. I liked it, but some scenes were scary and very bloody.
Scary.
I know, right?
All the scenes, the kills, they were
I
just
was
so
surprised how
prolonged, and
scary it was.
I was
You
like
know, Blood
checking
and
the.
Honey just doesn't ring anything like to brain.
No.
She gave that 4 stars. And then Aaron, this one just made me laugh. The voluptuous yellow bear and his little pink friend tickled my fancy, and I hope it does the same for you. 5 stars.
Wow.
Yeah, I have no words for this one.
So
This was an
confused.
absolute stinker of a movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this on a Pooh scale. That's how we're gonna rate this movie. Pooh in the Pooh sense. How many Poohs would you give this movie? 10 means it's bad. 1 means it's good.
10 poos.
10 Poohs.
Right off the bat. Yeah.
I would give this movie 10 Poohs. This was stinky poo-poo of a movie. Do not recommend it. They're making a 3rd one now,
They have a trilogy.
which is
How?
very surprising to me. So I don't know what that all entails. And they're in pre-production, and it's going to release this year.
How? I'm sorry, how?
I don't know, but we're going to have to find out. It's probably going to come out on December 31st. So, yeah.
But yeah, just that movie. Just so many bad aspects about it. Just the killers. They said they reverted back to their animal instincts, and they look like hillbillies.
Right.
And the characters, there was no dynamic between them at all.
It was awful. It was an awful film.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, we are going to show you our Scream 7 review. We saw it in theaters, so you see a little bit of that. And then we'll review Super Mario Bros. So yeah, see you then. Okay. Okay.
Okay, take a drink. Okay, cool.
Are they going right into the screen? Well, that movie was, to say the least, disappointing.
Yeah.
From you. Connor, you have any thoughts?
My thoughts. Scream 7 was definitely one of the movies that I have seen.
Yeah, there was a lot of, I know you mentioned it while on the stream, there's a lot of nostalgia bait.
Right off the bat, just nostalgia.
Let's kind of go over some of the positives, you know, and one of the biggest positives comes to mind first is the acting.
Mm-hmm.
Acting. Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott, amazing.
Isabella May as Tatum, her daughter.
Yeah, the daughter of Sidney Prescott. Their dynamic just made the movie. It made the first act and second act so well done, even a little bit of the third act. First act and second act, I liked it. I was like, I don't see what people hate about this movie. And the third act came around, and I was like, okay, I see it now.
Terrible landing. But casting choices, all actors and actresses did phenomenal, honestly.
Now we get to rate the movie out of stabs, like we mentioned earlier. So one stab meaning you like the movie, 10 stabs meaning you hate the movie. I'll have you go first.
Probably give it a 7. Yeah, 7. Just the ending of it, it fell flat, and the mystery was just lost, and I laughed during the end so much. It was just bad.
The ending was diabolical. I literally had to go to Connor and ask, who are these characters?
And what's their motive?
Well, I liked it. It was very nice. I personally
yeah.
liked the first few acts. I'd give it 4 stabs for the first couple acts, and
Sure.
then after that, it just goes downhill. And so I will give that 7 stabs, just like you did.
That's fair.
So it ruins the franchise entirely. All right. So with that was our Scream 7 review.
In the end, we had a good time,
yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
All right. Now back to the studio. Welcome back to the studio. All right. Yeah, that was a very disappointing movie.
But we did have a good time, though.
It was a good time, but Ghostface is always my favorite. You know, best Scream.
Honestly, anytime that I get to see a horror movie like in the theaters, just with that atmosphere and ambiance, it's perfect.
All right. So now we're moving on to our final film that we saw. This was an astounding one, to say the least. So before we introduce the movie, we already did, but we'll welcome Noah on, who is our guest, Noah Klug.
Hi, guys.
Okay, round of applause for Noah. So,
we
Noah, do
doing?
you want to say why you suggested this film, and the film being the Super Mario Bros. From 1993? I didn't know that was the thing until you requested it.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's not a good movie. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I watched this show when I was a child. I liked it then, and then I watched it again a couple years ago, and I did not at all like it.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I also did watch the show as a kid too. Um, I had fun watching the film, but it was just all over the place. There was
Yeah.
the lizard scared me. Like, oh, there were supposed to be dinosaurs,
Well,
which
yeah,
are
the
supposed to
lizards,
be Goombas.
they're Goombas.
They're Goombas. Why are Goombas dinosaurs?
I don't know. They really
Yeah.
took the dinosaur aspect of it all and just went
They
0
went
to
with
100
it.
right away.
They had to counter Jurassic Park, which came out that year. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah.
That video game adaptations actually like took off after this, because this is like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first like live action video game adaptation. And
This might be
Really?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I think if they had made this movie something else and not, or if they kept the movie the same and not slapped Mario and Luigi onto that, I think it would have been a better movie. But it is so disconnected from everything that Mario and Luigi are like about. It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
It probably
doesn't
got
make any
such bad
sense to me.
reviews too, because like it came out like 5 or 6 years after like the animated show that they did, right?
the animated live
somewhere
action
around that
show.
time.
Actually, it's ironic, Noah, that you say that, because I actually have a review pulled up from a girl who gave it 1.5 stars, and well, it's a guy, and then he said, very good as a standalone story. One question: why is this called Super Mario Bros? Like, it just didn't have that like spark of Mario. It just was scary. I don't know what the writers were on when writing the script for this.
All they had were just
Yeah,
references,
I'm not
which
sure.
were cool in the time when
Yeah.
we were just pointing them out left and right, like, oh, okay, that's cool.
But I guess I did a little research about it, and I guess the two directors of the movie, like, they were intoxicated for most of the shoots and stuff, and so obviously they didn't take it seriously. They knew it was
There you
a
go.
dumpster fire to begin with. So, I don't know. And they just, I think just everything about it, like, it's inconsistent. And like the actors who play Mario and Luigi, they're Italian, right?
The
actors are
I
Filipino.
feel like they were
Leguizamo
phenomenal though
Bob
as
Astor?
Mario. and
Yeah, I don't know.
Luigi.
John, I have his name pulled up. I can't-
Leguizamo. I'm probably pronouncing this
John
wrong. I'm sorry.
Leguizamo. I don't know how he kept an acting career after this, because
Well, have you seen the menu? It's that's literally his character.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it was certainly an interesting film. I had a lot of fun watching it though. It was really stupid. It was one of those movies that was bad, but it was a fun watch.
Like you have to watch with a friend, but we had a good time, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, it was a very fun time. All right, so now we're gonna move on to we did the Poohs with Winnie the Pooh. We did the stabs with Scream. We're gonna do stomps for this one. So how many
Or swamps.
stomps would you give this movie? 1 being good and 10 being bad. Connor, I'll start with you.
I gotta think about this the most because I really liked this. Actually, I liked it. Probably 5.5. Like I don't know. I could go one direction the other way, one direction the other way, but this movie is gonna stick with me for a while.
Yeah. Awesome. I would give this a probably 4.
Okay.
4 stomp. Actually, no, that's too nice. Probably 7, 6, 7.
I was thinking
Yeah,
of a
no,
4
no,
too,
no,
so
no,
now I'm gonna jump out of this
Seven.
chair.
Okay. Noah, really quick, how many stomps would you give this?
I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6.5, between 6 and 7.
All right.
that's fair.
Thank
To
you,
make-
Noah, for coming on.
Yes.
Great movie suggestion. And that is Why Is That Movie, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Connor, especially for being a last-minute host.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
All right. And we will see y'all later. I've been Logan DuPont. Have a good night. I probably should have.